Welcome back to another edition of Ask a Daddy. I am Brian B. Childs, and today we're going to be talking about Tattle Telling Is Snitching. Run tell that. And what are we really teaching our children? Yesterday, December 5th, 2015, I posted a question on Facebook, and the question went like this. As a parent, how do you feel about the no snitching / stop snitching movement? Also, what do you teach your children about it? I got a lot of good responses when it came to that question. Now, a lot of, the responses vary. People had different opinions. But one thing that was the same or pretty similar was everybody pretty much said that if there was something of significance that happened, they would want their child to be able to stand up and say something. And then when it came to the raising and how to teach them part, again, that responses varied. But kind of what I noticed was people would say that they want to teach their child how to pretty much, I guess, kind of stay away from individuals that would put you in that predicament. The point I want to be real clear to point out is that nobody, no parent said that they were in support of this no snitching, stop snitching movement, right? Pretty much every parent that responded, I did not see anyone say, oh, yeah, I'm teaching my child that no snitching thing, that's what we're doing. Nobody said that. So that leads to the question. If this is not being taught at home, then why is it such a problem? Tattle telling is snitching. Mom, Dad, let me ask you a question. What's the typical response that you have for your child when you feel like they running and they telling everything that everybody's doing? What is it? I'm awake. So what I'm saying is, when we are talking about... What's up, man?
They're just looking at me.
I mean, come on. Stop all that tattle telling, man. Go on somewhere. What I just got caught doing is what a lot of us do. And now, don't get me wrong. I know why we do it, right? We don't really want to be bothered with all of these little kitty issues. They look at me, or they're looking at me, or they're, whatever else. You guys know what they are. They keep touching me. They won't, leave me alone. They, all that stuff. They're getting too close. We don't want to be bothered with those little kitty type problems consistently. So as a parent, oftentimes it's easier just to say, man, come on, man, stop all that tattle telling, as opposed to really handling the problem. But what are we actually teaching when we do that? I would submit that we're teaching, one, that our child's voice does not hold any value. Two, that we're teaching them that they're an inconvenience if they speak up when somebody else is doing wrong. And three, that they're the problem. We're teaching them that they're the problem. You come to me, you are the problem when you tell. And then lastly, I would say, of course, and this is the one that, I think everybody knows, but we're teaching them to be silent. We are silencing our children. I believe that if we begin to handle the tattle-telling issue a little more effectively, that, man, we could probably kind of handle a whole lot more of these issues in the long run. So let me tell you how. Here's the same situation, and let's see how we can handle it differently.
They just keep looking at me.
All right, she keeps looking at you? Okay, do you like it? Look at me. Do you like when she does that? Okay, have you told her that? You haven't told her? Okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go tell her. Say, Layla, when you look at me, when I don't want you to, I don't like it. Can you stop it, please? Can you tell her that? Okay, let me hear you say it.
Yes, I don't want you to look at me, Layla.
Okay, and you say, I don't like it.
I don't like it, Layla. All
right, awesome. Thank you. All right, so there we have the same situation handled a little bit differently. Now, it's not hard, it's not difficult. It takes a little bit more time, but it's not difficult, and in the long run, it makes a big difference. What I just did right there, right, was one, I had my son look at how he felt about the situation, right? Why are you coming to tell me? How is it making you feel? So he's able to think, okay, yeah, I don't like the way it feels. I don't like it. And then I help give him the words that he needs to go and convey how he's feeling to the person that is bothering him. So now his vocabulary is building. He's learning how to handle conflict. That's a conflict that just happened. He's learning how to handle that conflict effectively. when we start this process with our children at an early age, then they're able to see that their words have power. Because it's like, hey, look, when I was, 3, when I was 4, when I was 5, I was able to tell people to stop. I didn't like something, and they stopped. And now I know that when I speak, my words have power. If I have something to say, I can be heard. And let me tell you, man, a quick story. My son, literally, man, he did it to me. You know how dads are. We like to play and kind of rough play and everything. So I think we were coming down the stairs. And I think I kind of popped him upside his head, trying to play with him. And he turned around. He looked at me. He said, Dad, I don't like when you do that to me. Can you stop, please? And real talk, man, it was like, wow. Of course I wanted to pop him again. Like, boy, I'm just playing with you. I can do what I want to do. But really, I had to sit back. I had to respect what he just said. Now, think about how, as a 4-year-old, how that empowered him. He was able to look at his father and tell his father, I did not like what you just did. Can you stop? And then me stopping. That's huge. That's huge. So again, my son is going to understand that when he speaks, that he has power in his words. He doesn't have to necessarily resort to using physical violence. He doesn't have to tattletale. See, when I started this process, the whole tattle telling, that, as we call it, the tattle telling, that stuff started to go down a whole lot. Because again, now they're understanding how to understand or how to resolve these conflicts themselves. And his behavior in school is improving. Not saying that he had bad behavior in school, but he would. My son is one of those. Like if you hit him, he'll tell the teacher, and he'll hit you too, right? Because he got to get the get back. He's gonna hit you, but he's been able to stop and kind of let the person know, like, hey, I don't like when you do this. Stop. Or that's not my name. My name is Carter. Call me my name when you talk to me, right? He's been able to say these things at 4, and so his behavior has improved drastically because. Again, he's not getting into those conflicts and those scuffles over the conflicts. He's using his words to resolve those issues. So I think it's definitely something that we all should explore, how to help our child work through these issues instead of just silencing them. When we silence them, right, we're doing nobody any justice. I hope you found something in there of value, something that you can actually start using today with your family. If you need any advice or any tips, on how to actually use that technique or that skill, go ahead on. You can hit me up. If you found this of value, one thing I forget to do, man, is I really forget to ask you guys. This is coming from me. If you find what I'm doing with Ask a Daddy to be of any value to you, could you please hit the like button? If you're watching on YouTube, could you please share it with your friends? I'm trying to gain at least 1 to 2 followers every week. That's my goal. It's not a hard goal. It's not a lot of people, but it's going to take the help of you guys out there, man. If you find what I'm doing valuable, please help a brother out. Hit that like button. Share that video. Anyway, that's all I have this week. I appreciate you. And remember, being a daddy is awesome.